Ha holds her son close, feeling his heartbeat against her chest. The air smells of dust and sunlight. Her hospital gown sticks to her skin. She pulls out her phone with trembling fingers. Her mother's number flashes on the screen. It rings once, then silence. She tries again. Voicemail. Her father's number. Blocked. A vibration breaks the quiet. A message from her father appears. You chose money over family. Now you know how it feels to lose one. Her hand shakes so hard the phone almost slips. Money. Always money. Her brother T.U. letter 1EA5. N had begged for 60,000. A business on the edge, he'd said. But she and Khan had savings only for the baby's birth. And for B letter 1EA3 OS college fund. They refused. Now this cruelty disguised as family honor. The world spins as she steadies herself on the car door. B letter 1EA3 OS small fingers clutch her sleeve. Did I do something bad? He whispers. Her throat burns. No, my love, you did nothing wrong. She presses her forehead against his. The promise settles deep inside her chest. No one will hurt him again. The church door creaks open behind them. Father Lamb steps out, concern in his eyes. Mrs. Ha, your parents left an hour ago, he says gently. They said there was an emergency. She nods, her breath uneven. Did they say where they went? He shakes his head. But pity fills his face. Inside the church office, Ha watches the security footage. A silver car pulls up. Her father gets out, opens the back door. B letter 1EA30 climbs out, clutching his bear. No hugs. No words. Just a quick gesture toward the steps. Then the car drives away. Her hands cover her mouth. Tears blur the screen. She calls again. Disconnected. She types a message that she never sends. What did I do to deserve this? The nurse in her fights to stay calm. The mother in her wants to scream. The wife in her wants to call Khan. The daughter in her dies a little. Her phone buzzes again. This time it's Khan. I've got the baby, he says, breathless. Where are you? First Baptist, she whispers. Her voice cracks. They left him here. They told him I didn't want him. Silence stretches on the line. Then a quiet, sharp inhale. I'm coming, he says. 20 minutes later, headlights flash through the stained glass. Khan runs in carrying the newborn, wrapped tight in a pink blanket. He kneels beside her, placing their daughter in her arms. B letter 1EA30 presses against her side, still trembling. The three of them form a fragile circle of breath and blood. Ha feels the truth settle like stone. Her parents didn't just cross a line. They erased it. This was no misunderstanding. This was war. The house is quiet when they return. Too quiet. B letter 1EA30 clings to his teddy bear, eyes wide and distant. Ha carries the baby inside, her arms weak but steady. Khan closes the door behind them, locking it twice. The weight of silence feels heavier than any words. Ha sets the baby down, then sinks onto the couch. She watches B letter 1EA3 draw circles on the floor with his shoe. He hasn't spoken since they left the church. Every sound makes him flinch. Khan kneels, trying to smile. How about pancakes for dinner, champ? B letter 1EA30 shrugs, his voice small. Grandma said pancakes make you fat. Ha's throat tightens. She wants to scream, but she swallows it down. Later that night, thunder rumbles across the city. Ha stands by the window, staring at lightning splitting the sky. Khan joins her, his hand brushing hers. They'll call again, he says quietly. I know, she whispers. I just don't know what to say anymore. The phone rings. She freezes. It keeps ringing, louder longer than stops. A message arrives. We're coming tomorrow. We have rights as grandparents. Ha's pulse races. Khan exhales slowly. They're not coming in this house again. Morning arrives with gray skis and restless air. The doorbell rings. Once, twice. Then pounding. Open this door right now. Her father's voice, booming through the wood. Ha's heart hammers against her ribs. I'll handle it, Khan says. He opens the door but doesn't step aside. Her parents stand there, faces hard and red with fury. Her mother clutches her purse like it's a weapon. You're being cruel, she cries. Keeping us from our grandson. Ha steps forward, holding the baby tight. You abandoned him, she says softly. Her father points a finger. Watch your mouth, girl. You're still our daughter. Not anymore, she answers, voice trembling but clear. B letter 1EA30 appears in the hallway, clutching his bear. Go to your room, sweetheart, she says gently. He hesitates, then nods, disappearing behind the door. Her father takes a step closer. You're being emotional. This is about money. Ha laughs bitterly. It's about cruelty. You left a child alone. Her mother sobs. We only wanted to help. You twist everything. Khan's hand slips into his pocket, pressing record. You're making this worse for yourselves, he says quietly. Her father glares. You think you can erase us? Khan's tone stays calm. I can protect my family. Her father's voice drops to a dangerous growl. You'll regret this. Maybe, Ha says, but not as much as I'd regret letting you near them again. Her parents exchange a look, then storm off, muttering. The door slams shut. Ha collapses against the wall, shaking. It's starting, she whispers. Khan wraps his arm around her shoulders. Then we'll finish it. She looks toward the hallway. B letter 1EA3, OS door is closed, silent. Her baby stirs in her arms. For the first time, Ha understands the truth. Love isn't blind. It sees everything and still chooses to protect. And she will protect them, no matter the cost. Ha sits across from the lawyer, hands trembling in her lap. The nameplate reads Trang Vu, family law attorney. Trang studies the documents spread between them. Tell me everything, she says, voice calm but firm. Ha exhales slowly, her words halting at first. She speaks about the church, the message, the betrayal. About her parents' control, their endless guilt trips. About the $60,000, the argument, the silence. Trang listens without interrupting. Only the click of her pen breaks the stillness. When Ha finishes, Trang nods once. This isn't just manipulation, she says. It's emotional abuse and child endangerment. Ha blinks, her throat tightening. The words feel heavy but right. She isn't crazy. She isn't overreacting. Trang slides a paper across the desk. I'll need copies of your hospital records. Ha nods quickly. I have them at home. Discharge at 2:03 p.m. Trang's pen pauses midair. That's 14 minutes before they left your son at the church. Ha swallows hard, the timeline sinking in. They wanted to make it hurt, she whispers. Trang meets her eyes. Then we'll make it right. The next day, Ha sits in Dr. Lan Fuang's office. B letter 1EA30 draws quietly at a small table, tongue pressed to his lip. The doctor studies the sketch, a family with one small figure apart. He's showing signs of abandonment trauma, she says softly. Nightmares. Withdrawal, hypervigilance. Ha grips her hands together. Can you help him? Yes, Dr. Fuang answers, but we'll need documentation. She hands Ha a signed evaluation. Give this to your attorney. It's evidence. That night, Khan helps Ha organize everything on the kitchen table. Hospital papers, phone records, screenshots of the text. Video stills from the church camera, sent by Reverend Lamb. Each file feels like another piece of armor. They work in silence, interrupted only by the hum of the fridge. Ha highlights the bank transfers to her brother. Almost $20,000 in 3 years. Khan shakes his head slowly. They called that selfishness. Ha almost laughs. Apparently giving wasn't enough. Control was the price. When they finish, the table is covered in proof. Trang calls the next morning. I've reviewed everything, she says. This supports an emergency protection order. Ha clutches the phone, heartbeat quickening. Will it stop them? It will make them accountable, Trang replies. But you'll need to stay calm. They'll fight back hard. Ha nods, even though Trang can't see her. Calm, steady, for her children. The following week, Ha and Khan sit in Trang's office again. A stack of papers lies between them like quiet weapons. Hospital record, church footage, doctor's evaluation. Trang signs the final form with a decisive stroke. I'll file it today. The court will hear it soon. Ha closes her eyes, exhaling for what feels like the first time in weeks. Outside, the city hums. Inside, resolve settles like stone in her chest. Her parents built this war out of blood and guilt. But she's done being the obedient daughter. Now, she's the mother who fights back. The courthouse smells of polish and fear. Ha stands beside Trang, her palms damp against the file folder. Across the aisle, her parents whisper to their lawyer. Her brother TU letter 1EA5 and sits behind them, eyes downcast. The judge enters, the room falling silent like held breath. The attorney for her parents begins the attack first. My clients are loving grandparents, he declares loudly. They've been cruelly denied access to their grandchildren. Ha's chest tightens, but Trang stays still, calm as stone. When her turn comes, Trang stands, her voice even and sharp. Your Honor, the evidence tells a different story. The courtroom screen flickers to life. Video footage from the church plays in grainy black and white. Ha can't breathe as she watches her father push B letter 1EA30 forward. No hug, no goodbye. Just a small boy clutching a teddy bear. Her mother's face pale in the passenger seat, looking away. Then the car drives off, leaving her son behind. The room is silent, except for the hum of the projector. Trang steps closer to the judge. At this exact time, she says, Mrs. Ha was in active labor, documented at 2:03 p.m. Her father shifts in his seat, jaw clenching. The judge looks at him over her glasses. Trang continues, placing another document on the table. Hospital records, medical witness statements, security timestamps. And this text message. The screen lights up with the words in bold. You chose money over family. Now you know what losing one feels like. A whisper ripples through the courtroom. Ha's father goes rigid, fists balled on the table. TU letter 1EA5 and buries his face in his hands. Would you like to explain this, Mr. B letter 1EB1NG? The judge asks. He clears his throat, voice defensive. I was teaching her a lesson about responsibility. Trang's eyebrows rise slightly. A lesson that involved abandoning a 7-year-old. His voice cracks. She's ungrateful. We gave her everything. Trang steps back, her tone soft but cutting. Everything except safety. Ha's mother starts crying, real or rehearsed. It doesn't matter now. The judge removes her glasses, rubbing the bridge of her nose. In 30 years on this bench, she says slowly, I have rarely seen such disregard for a child's well-being. TU letter 1EA5N stands suddenly, voice shaking. They pressured me, he blurts out. They told me to ask for the money, to make her feel guilty. Ha turns shocked. Her brother's eyes glisten with regret. I was just trying to keep the peace, he says. The judge nods. Thank you for your honesty. Silence again. Then the verdict drops like a hammer. Temporary restraining order, approved. 12 months probation. $20,000 fine each. No contact with the children for 3 years. Her mother sobs louder. Her father stares at the floor, silent for once. When the session ends, Ha walks past them without a word. Outside, the sunlight feels unreal, too bright. Trang places a hand on her shoulder. It's over for now, she says softly. Ha looks back toward the courthouse doors. For the first time in her life, she doesn't feel small. She feels free. Outside the courthouse, the air feels lighter but unreal. Ha stands on the steps, papers clutched against her chest. Her parents move through the reporters like ghosts of power lost. Her mother calls her name, voice cracking. Ha, please, we can fix this. Ha turns, her voice quiet but steady. You taught me what family is. That's your legacy. Her father's mouth opens, but no words come. For the first time, he looks uncertain, smaller somehow. The crowd parts, and TU letter 1EA5 and approaches slowly. He holds an envelope in both hands, eyes red. I'm sorry, he says. I let them use me. I thought if I obeyed, they'd stop hurting me too. Ha looks at him, seeing both the boy he was and the man he became. You don't owe me words, she says softly. He shakes his head. I owe you this. He presses the envelope into her hand. First payment, I'll repay every dollar, and I'll testify again if they appeal. Her fingers close around the envelope. It's thin, but heavy with meaning. Just keep your promise, she whispers. He nods once, a tear sliding down his cheek. I will. I'm done being their weapon. Ha watches him leave, shoulders straighter than before. Beside her, Khan steps closer. Are you okay? She exhales slowly. For the first time in years, maybe. They walk to the car hand in hand. Reporters shout questions, but she doesn't answer. Every step feels like shedding another chain. That night, the house is quiet except for the hum of the baby monitor. B letter 1EA30 sleeps peacefully, his teddy bear beside him. Ha stands in the doorway, heart aching with relief. Khan joins her, wrapping an arm around her waist. He's sleeping better, he whispers. He's safe, she says simply. In the kitchen, she lays the court papers on the counter. Each line of ink feels like proof of survival. Her phone vibrates, a message from an aunt she hasn't spoken to in years. We were wrong. I'm sorry for believing them. Another follows. If you ever need anything, call me. Ha reads each one, tears slipping down her face. The storm that tore her apart had also cleared the air. In the morning, the world feels new. Sunlight spills through the window onto the breakfast table. B letter 1EA3 hums softly as he draws. The baby coos in her high chair, fingers sticky with fruit. Khan flips pancakes, smiling at the mess. Ha laughs, a sound she hadn't heard from herself in months. When the mail arrives, there's a small card inside. From TU letter 1EA5N. No words, just a drawing from his new job, an old truck with the caption, moving forward. Ha pins it to the fridge, beside B letter 1EA3, OS latest art. The kitchen smells like butter and sugar and peace. She takes a deep breath, steady and full. For the first time, she isn't looking back. The past is still there, but it no longer owns her. Love finally does. 6 months later, the morning sun paints gold across the kitchen floor. Ha flips pancakes on the griddle, the air sweet with vanilla. B letter 1EA30 laughs from the living room, his voice bright and fearless again. He's building a tower of blocks, humming a tune from school. The baby, an Enhiern, squeals from her high chair, demanding attention. Khan appears behind Ha, hair tousled, still wearing his worn t-shirt. He kisses her shoulder, smiling. She refused her bottle until I tried, he says proudly. Ha laughs softly, shaking her head. You've got the magic touch. He nods toward the clock. Conference call at 10, but after that I'm all yours. The doorbell rings. Ha wipes her hands and opens the door. Standing there are Mr. and Mrs. H, letter 1EA3I, Khan's parents, carrying groceries. They've moved into a small house nearby, close enough to help daily. Smells wonderful, Mrs. H, letter 1EA3I says, setting down a basket of berries. Your home feels so warm now. Ha smiles, eyes glistening. This is what family should feel like. George bends down to greet B letter 1EA30. Hey, Captain, ready to build that model airplane. B letter 1EA30 beams, already running to grab the pieces. Ha watches them, heart swelling with quiet gratitude. After breakfast, she steps outside into the yard. The pecan tree shades the grass, wind brushing against her face. She's untangling a set of copper wind chimes Con bought last week. Their soft clinking reminds her of calm after storms. Her friend and coworker, Sarah, waves from across the fence. Beautiful day, isn't it? Ha nods. Perfect for rebuilding. Sarah laughs gently. How, Melissa, the new nurse you were mentoring? Ha ties the last knot in the string, thoughtful. She's better. She learned to set boundaries with her parents. Sarah leans on the fence, smiling. Sounds familiar. Ha chuckles. Sometimes the strongest thing is walking away. The wind catches the chimes, scattering sunlight across the yard. Ha looks through the kitchen window. Inside, George is showing B letter 1EA30 how to measure wings. Mary rocks the baby, humming softly. Con sets the table, pretending not to burn his hand on the pan. Her phone buzzes. A message from TU, letter 1EA5N. Still on for dinner tonight. I found airplane decals for B letter 1EA30. Ha types back. Yes, 5 p.m. bring your appetite. She slips the phone into her pocket, smiling. TU letter 1EA5N visits every month now, always bringing something small but meaningful. He's working steadily, paying back what he owes piece by piece. Each visit feels less like repayment and more like healing. Ha steps back to admire the wind chimes. They sing softly, shimmering in the light. She closes her eyes, breathing in the peace of ordinary moments. The storms had torn everything open, but they also let the light in. She whispers to herself. Family isn't blood, it's who stays when the storm ends. Behind her, laughter fills the house like music. The wind blows again, and the chimes sing. For the first time, the sound doesn't echo with pain. It sounds like freedom. The afternoon light drifts through the kitchen window, soft and golden. Ha stands by the sink, hands still, watching her family inside. B letter 1EA30 is laughing with TU letter 1EA5N, their heads bent over a model plane. An Nhearn claps her hands, delighted by the sound of the wind chimes. Con catches Ha's eye and smiles, that quiet, steady smile she trusts. Outside, the breeze carries the scent of rain, clean and new. Ha steps onto the porch, closing her eyes for a moment. The air feels lighter than it has in years. Her phone buzzes, a message from an unknown number. No words, just a photo of her parents' old house, sold. She stares at it, then deletes it without a second thought. The wind chimes sing again, soft and sure. She whispers to the air, it's over now. Then she turns back toward the laughter spilling from the house. Her home, her choice, her peace. For years, she lived chained by loyalty and guilt. Now, love is not an obligation, it's a freedom. She smiles as sunlight touches her face. The storm has passed, and she finally belongs where she stands.